Snog, marry, pie. Snog, marry, pie. Yes. I love Snog, marry, pie. Do you remember Snog, marry, avoid? Classic TV. Love Island UK episode 18 and Harrison is a fucking child. And before MD says he's only 22, to me, once somebody's 18, they're an adult and that is it. I know we all make stupid mistakes when we're young, but how many times does he need it to be explained? He's wondering what's up with Tony because he says it was open and he shouldn't have had to go and tell Tony before he took Helena to the hideaway. Yes, he should have. It's common courtesy, it's common sense. And I'm not even a massive Tony fan, but I totally get where she's coming from. How many times did she say, it's the disrespect, he should have went and told her first, and he just can't get it through his fucking thick skull. Even Helena mentioned something about his age and how he should have told Tony that they were going to the hideaway, but I just don't understand what Helena's talking about. She was the one who literally tapped Harry's foot so that he would get out of bed with Shakira and go away to the hideaway with her. I didn't once see her saying, maybe you should tell Shakira first. When he said to Helena, oh, let's meet in the hideaway later, did she say, you should go and tell Tony first? I don't remember her saying that, maybe she did. Let me know in the comments. But when Harry went to the hideaway with Yasmin, different story. When Harry went to the terrace with Yasmin, different story. I know that she's got no loyalty to Tony or Shakira, but Yasmin didn't have any loyalty to her either, so I don't really understand what she's talking about. Connor, Harry and somebody else were sitting talking, and Connor said that it was a blow that Megan left because he could see her being his girlfriend on the outside. He talks shit. In work, people were saying to me, oh, do you think that Connor's going to leave because Megan got voted out? Was he fuck? Was that ever going to cross his mind? I don't know. Sometimes I feel as if we're watching a different show. There was no chance he was leaving. And I'm not trying to say he should have left. I mean, they're in there to find love. Well, technically they're in there to find love. Most of them are in there for clout, followers and money. Harry's saying that he doesn't like the fact that Shakira's always getting involved in people's business is a fucking joke. The thing is, a lot of men don't like women who stick up for themselves and stick up for their friends because they know that it's less likely that they can treat them like shit. That's his problem. He says, oh, it's not going to put me off her. He's fucking lucky that Shakira or any woman in that house or any woman on this planet has even give him a first look, never mind a fucking second look. He's needing to fucking get a grip of himself. For whatever reason, Harrison decides it's a good idea to try and talk to Tony. She's sitting sunbathing on her own and he walks up and he's like, Tony, Tony, Tony. Like, I hate it when somebody, like, you know somebody's in a bad mood and somebody walks up to them like trying to be all upbeat and happy as if that's going to cheer them up. It's going to make matters 10 times worse. Then he sits down and he's like, oh, how are you doing? How the fuck do you think she's doing? What is wrong with these people? Then she was telling him how she felt and she says she was embarrassed. Now, to be honest, I don't think that she's got anything to be embarrassed about in regards to him taking Helena to the hideaway. The only thing that she should possibly be embarrassed about is the fact that she said to Helena, thanks for wasting a good thing. Helena didn't do anything to waste a good thing, it was him. He invited her to the hideaway. Helena, it wasn't her fault. Then saying, can you really see a future with a 22-year-old who lives in America? A 7-year age gap isn't that much of a big deal. People move all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, if she really felt that way about an American seeing somebody for the UK, why the fuck did she come to the UK to go on Love Island? Makes no sense. They got a text and it was time for Snog, marry, pie. Snog, marry, pie. Alima kissed Harrison. I was confused. She was doing like an up and down motion. Kind of like as if she was like lying on top of him, you know, and doing the action. But she was standing up. I didn't understand it. She says she kissed him because they hadn't kissed and she didn't want to kiss anybody else in the villa. Fair enough. I just didn't get the whole motion. Helena kissed Harry and says that she wanted to test the water. Okay, well, she's clearly not over him for whatever reason. I tell you what, the lasses in there are always saying he's funny. He must be the fucking funniest man on the planet. She married Harrison and she said, oh, he kissed me in the hideaway. And Tony was like, oh, and that's means for marriage. She's actually so funny. She comes out with wee snidey comments sometimes and I just think, oh man, she's such a laugh. She pied Giorgio, and to be honest, I don't even have a picture of Giorgio and I can't be bothered looking for one. But she says, oh, he took the pie well last night, so I thought he would take it well again the day. What an absolute shite reason. The guy didn't deserve a pie. Shakira kissed Harry because for whatever reason she fancies the pants off him. And then she married Connor, and she says, oh, any woman would be lucky to have him as marriage material. Was she thinking that when he was being a wee fucking sneaky snake and sneaking about with Megan and not even telling Emily that they were going for a chat? And actually, she's the one saying to Harrison, you should have told Tony that you were going for a chat. But she thinks that Connor's marriage material when he was pulling Megan for chats without telling Emily. What? This fucking villa's fucked. And she pied Ben because she says, I've obviously not made it clear he thinks he's still in me a chance and he's a knobhead or whatever. And he was saying something blah 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 blah. I wasn't even interested in what he was saying, but he was talking shite as usual. Meg kissed Dijon because she didn't want to kiss anybody else in the villa. Married Tommy and pied Ben because of the way he speaks to women. Tony kissed Dijon and his hands looked as if they were wandering. It did look as if he was going to grab her bum, but he was holding on to the waist. And Meg was like, oh, look at the hands. And she said, oh, I've not kissed you yet and you looked good last night. And Meg was like, oh, you looked good last night. Fucking raging. Married Connor, who basically did the same thing to her that Harrison's doing to her. But it's alright for Connor, but it's not alright for Harrison. Hypocritical? Yes. Very. And pied Harrison because he's a fucking child. Emily kissed Tommy, pied Connor, and I can't even remember who she married. Yasmin kissed Giorgio. The two of them are like trying to make some sort of connection right now. Whether they really like each other or not, I don't know. Married Tommy and then filled up the pie, and Ben was like, it's me. And she went up. And I actually like the fact that she didn't pie Ben because she was sending him a message saying, bitch, you are not getting a piece of my fucking pie. Yasmin pied Harry because of the way he was treating Tony, and it well deserved. Dijon kissed Meg. Can somebody tell me why Meg went into that kiss full mouth open, tongue out? Like, why? Why? He pied Yasmin and says, I pied her before, so why not pie her again? At what point did he pie Yasmin? Would somebody like to remind me? Harry kissed Helena. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Tips for future Islanders. Do not kiss somebody who's not your partner. Marrying them isn't better. Nobody wants to see their partner kiss somebody else. What made it even worse is that he says we've got sexual chemistry and there's unfinished business. He said that him and Shakira had unfinished business as well. What a fucking idiot. He was going to marry Shakira, but she was like, don't think so. When it was Ben's turn, he was walking up to the girls and walking away as if he was like teasing them. No cunt wanted to kiss him. As he was walking up to them, they were like, oh God, please God, don't be me. He ended up kissing Emily because no cunt else would have kissed him. And then he pied Shakira and says, oh, you're too loud, everybody talks about it, you're always shouting across the garden and you're not the sort of girl I would go for. Excuse me? He was only saying that up until she dumped his ass the other week. Who was the one shouting across the garden at Yasmin the other day? Arsehole. Connor kissed Shakira. Where the fuck did that come from? He says that she was the fittest girl in the villa. Then he pied Emily. He's got a fucking cheek to pie Emily. Harrison kissed Helena and married Tony, but when he married Tony, he says, oh, I wanted to marry her, but then I've maybe changed my mind or whatever, so he didn't really give a reason, he was just being a dick. Shakira was pied several times, and after the whole thing, she was upset, and she says, I don't understand, like, why did Tommy pie me? I've never said anything bad about him. Like, why are people hating me for being honest? It's not like we bitch about people behind their back. To be fair, they are very honest, but they also do bitch about people behind their backs. The men are only pieing her because they don't like a woman who speaks up for herself and speaks up for their friends because they're weak ass bitches. Let me know what you thought of last night's episode. What the fuck do you think of Harry kissing Helena? That was insane. But I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!